All right, we're starting the game of Antelope Jr. in white versus Farmers and Merchant Bank in black. And it's Grant Palmer who comes up with it. The Antelope team is headed towards the barns, and the Farmers and Merchant Bank team is headed to the scoreboard. And it is hit up by Lucas Criado right now to Danny Walker. Danny Walker doesn't get a piece of it. Jimmy Wright reaches back, but that's Pipe Versalino. Pipe Versalino with it. Now, Herndon Radcliffe. Herndon now. Herndon hitting it up. Matt Walker is back there for defense. Grant Palmer chases him down. Back shot, Criado, but that's Jimmy Wright. Luquito is the one with the back shot there. Coming across the line is Pipe Versalino. Pipe trying to get on both sides. Danny Walker is there. And Pipe, he overrides it because he's left by Lucas Criado. Leaves it for Matt Walker now. Matt Walker hits it down to Lucas Criado. Luquito Criado. Good quick turn there on Herndon. Herndon leaves it for Jimmy Wright. Looks like it's a real defensive game right now. We're starting on the flat. This is a 12-goal game. Quickly now, that is Felipe Versalino. 6 minutes and 8 seconds in this first chukker. Versalino headed towards the tie rails barns. Now leaves it for Jimmy Wright. Jimmy Wright pushing through. This team is very good about always making sure somebody is back. Jimmy Wright trying to get through. Two of the Fmb players backed out of there, I believe, by it might have been Matt Walker. Off and running is Lucas Criado. Lucas Criado bouncing ball, leaves it now. There's Matt Walker. Matt Walker misses the ball. Grant Palmer gets a piece of it, leaves it now for Jimmy Wright. Jimmy Wright turning with the blue helmet, the number 2 for Antelope. Jimmy Wright now off and running, but Lucas Criado comes in there. Defending now. Nobody. Jimmy changed the angle. Danny Walker is now there to defend. Jimmy's doing all kinds of fancy work with that ball because he can. Danny couldn't resist and reaches in there. And a whistle is on the play. I believe that will be in favor of Antelope Jr. So quickly now, I'll do the lineup. In the number 1 position for Antelope Jr. in the white shirts is Grant Palmer, rated at 0 goals. Number 2, Jimmy Wright, rated at 3 goals. Felipe Versalino, rated at 6 goals in the number 3 position. And number 4 is Herndon Radcliffe, rated at 3 goals, equaling 6 goals. They're going to be hitting a penalty 3 undefended. And for Farmers, Merchant, and Bank, in the number 1 position is Danny Walker at 2 goals. Number 2 is Lucas Criado at 7 goals. Number 3 position is Luquitos Criado at 1 goal. Matt Walker in the number 4 position at 2 goals. And the Farmers, Merchant, and Bank team is a father-son combination. That was a beautiful penalty 3 hit by Felipe Versalino to put his team on the board. So as I was saying, the Farmers and Merchant Bank team in the black, Danny Walker and Matt Walker, father-son combination. Lucas Criado and Luquito Criado, father-son combination. So it's a family affair there. We have 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in this first chukker. Antelope was the first one to score. Now Fmb is headed to the goals there. Lucas Criado. No, I'm sorry, Danny Walker. Backed out of there, though, I believe, by Jimmy Wright. And now it's off and running with Pipe Versalino. Didn't get the shot off he wants. Believe that Luquitos Criado was able to give him a hook. Lucas Criado leaves the ball there, and Pipe Versalino is the first one to pick it up. Pipe now on the boards, being marked by Luquitos. He's got to Lucas. Lucas has got to get out of the way. Daddy Criado, I'll call him. Now we've got quick to turn there, Matt Walker. Matt now leaves it for Luquitos. Grant Palmer tries to pick him up. Luquitos gets hit by Jimmy, but I'm not sure what happened. It kind of looked to me like 2-on-1, but I'll let the umpires call that. So as you can see from the drone, you got a beautiful air footage there. I would like to thank the Farmers and Merchant Bank for sponsoring Polo West TV. Polowest TV today is brought to you by Farmers and Merchant Bank. Just opened up a office here in Santa Barbara. If you're in the Santa Barbara area, you should stop by the bank and say hello. So it will be in favor of Antelope. It is a spot hit, penalty 5. Fmb V will be taking this shot. So it's short distance to the goal, probably about 85 yards out. Shooting to the ocean goal. Oh, that's a Warren Burner. It sends it. Lucas Criado is able to stop it. Luquito comes in, gets control of it, sees that Danny is down. Luquito's being marked by Jimmy Wright, leaves it for his father. Lucas now sends it to the boards, knowing he's trying to get Luquitos to it. Luquitos does. Jimmy gives him a nice little bump there and steals the ball from him. Jimmy looks to see where he is, shoots a big high ball, almost hit the drone there. Bouncing off and off. We'll see what happens. Matt Walker tries to keep it in and sends it all the way over on the other side boards there. For Antelope, it is Fmb V hitting a back shot to Jimmy Wright. Jimmy Wright circling around, turning again. Trying to get Jimmy Wright, gets bumped out of there by, I believe, Lucas Criado. And there is a whistle on the play. As players run off to go change horses. We have 3 minutes and 4 seconds. This first chukker. Score is 1 in favor of Antelope Jr., 0. So Antelope Jr. played yesterday, Saturday, and lost their first game. They have been undefeated this whole 12 goal this season. They lost their first game yesterday to Antelope. So we have an Antelope Junior team and an Antelope, plain just Antelope team, as we also have a Farmers and Merchant Bank team and a Farmers and Merchant Bank 2 team. So today we have Antelope Junior on the field and Farmers and Merchant Bank on the field. As I was saying, Farmers and Merchant Bank has won on Friday. And the ball is hit by Fmb V. Another penalty 3, putting it on the board, making the score 2-0. So far, both of Antelope's goals have been scored by penalties. Both of them by Felipe. Ball is in. Ooh, it's going forward now. Oh, foul. We'll see what happens there. It sounds like somebody's angry out there. You can't hear it, but I can. So we'll have a penalty 5 from the spot. Felipe sees that Luquitos Criado is off, so he's wasting no time to hit that ball down towards his goal. Ooh, and it intercepted by Lucas Criado. Seeing now that his son is back on the field, he's going to take control, hit the back shot to Danny Walker. Danny Walker keeping control of it, wanting to get to that scoreboard goal, put some goals on the board. Leaves called off now by Jimmy Wright. Was Herndon Radcliffe there. Backed out of there now. It is control has, Lucas Criado has control for Farmers Fmb. He shoots to goal. It's rolling. Oh, and it went right in. What a beautiful shot by Lucas Criado. Lucas Criado is the highest rated player out there on the field today. Scoring from the field. Scores 1-2 in this first chukker with 1 minute and 29 seconds as we have the ball balled in. The umpire blows the whistle to stop the clock so that they can get organized with the players, and now the ball is back in. The ball is bowled back in. Bear with me this morning, and that was Danny Walker hitting a back shot. To pick it up is Herndon. Herndon picking it up, bouncing ball, leaves it for Fmb V. Pipe looks around to see who's going. Grant Palmer is going down the field. Pipe's taking his time. Danny Walker's trying to mark him there. Ball bounces right. And Pipe now still has the ball. Pipe Versalino coming up with the ball. Oh, gets hooked out of there, but ends up with the ball once again. He's circling around in front of us here. Right here in front of me. I can see Pipe with the ball. Danny making it difficult. Now Pipe hits a back shot, leaves it for Luquitos Criado. Lucas, that's Dad. Lucas Dad. And he sends it down the field, trying to get it to. That's the 30-second horn. We have about 26 seconds left. And Luquitos does an angle shot towards the goal. Jimmy Wright saves the day by knocking it out with 17 seconds left in this chukker, trying to get it all the way down towards the goal mouth side. But Fmb wants to keep it down by their goal. Oh, nice shot there, neck shot by Luquitos. Picked up there by Versalino. Now hit out of there by Lucas. And we're going to end the chukker there. We'll start with a throw-in from that spot where the ball ended. Waiting for the players to line up now. Once again, in white, in position 1 is Grant Palmer. Position 2, Jim Wright. Position 3, Felipe Versalino. Position 4, Hendon Radcliffe. For Fmb in black is Danny Walker. And 1, Lucas Criado. 2, Luquito at 3, and Matt Walker at 4. So the ball is turned back around. Fmb wanting to keep it down there, but Pipe Versalino is doing everything he can to get it out of there. Pipe Versalino, leaves it. Quick to turn, though. Well, that was Herndon who left it because it was quick to turn was Pipe. Pipe Versalino now with it once again. Pipe, Luquitos Criado gets in there and hooks. Pipe still has possession of the ball. Now Danny Walker gets in there and leaves it for Herndon. Pipe comes back around, picks it up from Herndon. Now Danny Walker's still on him. Danny Walker's still pushing the ball. And Pipe comes up with it, gets a nice little bump there by Criado. Dad, senior, he gets the back shot, but it is Herndon that's first there and Danny Walker both swinging at it. Herndon does get the back shot, but Lucas Criado is there again. Pipe is there also and intercepts it. Luquitos doesn't get the shot he wants. Matt Walker hits a back shot. Now Danny Walker is there trying to steal it from Pipe. And for some reason there's a whistle on the play. That may have been a late whistle, but it will be in favor of Farmers and Merchant Bank. You're going to be hitting a penalty 5. Oh, no. So they're going to hit it from the spot rather than from a 5A from the middle of the field. It's a 5B. Remember, Fmb is going towards the Pony Line Barns there. Antelope is going towards the scoreboard. Matt Walker, laying the position number 4, sends it down. Trying to get it to Lucas Criado. Does so, but backed out of there by Herndon. Now Matt picks it up again, but leaves it for Lucas Criado. Ooh, both handy horses there. Pipe Versalino feels that he was fouled, and Lucas feels he was fouled. That's why we have 2 umpires on the field to figure out. They've got the best view of the game right there on the horses. Discussing it. They're giving it in favor of Antelope. And they are awarding, believe, a penalty 4. Jimmy Raitt will be hitting a penalty 4, which Farmers and Merchant Bank in black will defend. Clock is stopped at 5 minutes and 55 seconds. Second chukker scores 1-2, and that now it is 1-3 because Jimmy Raitt was successful in that shot. Scoring on a penalty 4. That's Jimmy's right. So all of Antelope's goals so far have been scored on penalties. Fmb has got to stop giving those away. Granted, penalty 4s aren't the easiest to score on, but did help to keep Antelope ahead by 2 now. The ball is hit. Fmb is going there. Jimmy Raitt hits a back shot. First to turn on it, Felipe Versalino with Criado on his hip. Got the 7 and the 6 goaler there. Criado being the 7 goaler, turning around. He's got Herndon now and behind him and Felipe in front of him, so he's going to keep the ball right with him. Now he tries to shoot, and he felt he was fouled. The umpires agree with him. That's a pretty deadly shot right there. Let's see if they'll give him a penalty 2 from the spot, which he can dribble, and Antelope can defend, or if they're going to move it 20 yards and put it at the line. I think Criado is taking it from the line. Oh no, Danny Walker's taking it. Oh no, that looks like it's from the spot. Danny Walker shoots. Yep, that was from the line, the 20 yards out. Danny Walker. Now they're able to capitalize on the fouls, scoring a penalty 2. On the board with 4 minutes and 26 seconds left. Ball is in, going towards the Fmb goals to score in. Backed out of there by Radcliffe. Now picked up by Little Criado. I say Little Criado even though he's not little. Junior, I should say. Now backed out of there again. Now Senior Criado has it. Lucas. Oh, and Jimmy reached in there. Whistle is blown. See if they're awarding it. Yep, they are awarding a penalty 3 to Farmers and Merchant Bank. Teeing it up, Danny Walker and Lucas Criado. Danny Walker's going to take this penalty 3. Spot on the penalty 2. He's been actually very good on his penalty hits. And there's Danny Walker, and goes right through, making that his second goal on penalties. Score is tied at 3-3 with 3 minutes and 29 seconds back at the throw-in here in this second chukker. And coming out with the ball is Luquitos. But now somehow Antelope has come up with it. Fmb Versalino. I don't know what's going on, if they called a whistle or what's going, but they're continuing play. But somehow Lucas Criado stopped on the play. But Pipe kept going. Now Herndon's got it. Herndon Radcliffe's got it. Matt Walker is there. Herndon now left for Lucas. Now Pipe for Celino. Pick it up again for Antelope Jr. And there we have a whistle on the play. You can hear that whistle there. I believe it will be awarded to Antelope. Penalty to Antelope and Pipe Versalino. We have only had one goal scored from the field. All the other all the other 5 goals from the teams have been scored in penalties. All of Antelope's have been scored from the penalty. And we can add that now. 4th goal for Antelope scored on penalties. Coming to the lineups, 2 minutes and 29 seconds left. 3-2 in favor of Antelope Jr. Excuse me, sorry, it's the second chukker. It scores 3-4 in favor of Antelope Jr. Fmb is 3 and Antelope has 4. And all 4 of Antelope's goals have been scored by penalties. Fmb's 2 goals have been scored by penalties and 1 from the field. With that being said, now back shot by Matt Walker now hits up to Criado. That is now backed out of there by Jimmy Wright. Danny is there. Matt Walker is there and Pipe Versalino. Matt now taking it on the near side, now taking it on the offside. Matt now off and running. Matt plays 4 all the time, but he can score. He's quite good at it. He goes to the angle. Pipe is going to take a bump with him. And now Pipe picks it up on the near side, but passes it forward and picks up Matt. Matt tries to stick in there and get his mallet down and leaves it there for Lucas Criado. Criado slowing the game down. Everybody dancing around it. Now he shoots to goal. There is Antelope there. Oh, and just wide left, but what a great shot that was towards goal. That's the idea. You want to shoot to goal, and he's doing so. Pipe Versalino taking no time at all to knock this ball in. Getting it to Herndon. Herndon looking up. It's got Grant and Jimmy in front of him. Both of those players are marked, though, by Fmb. Now, coming to Herndon, just decides he's going to run through it himself. He's got Matt Walker there. Herndon's going to keep going. It almost looks like they're just going to let him go. Oh, and that played off well for him. Matt quick turns and leaves it for Lucas Criado. Lucas, quick little turnaround. Lucas now sends it down because Danny Walker's all by himself. That was the 30-second horn, if you heard it. Danny Walker now. He's got Pipe Versalino trying to defend him. Danny and Pipe. Pipe now sending it forward. Nice little angle shot. Pipe has the first one there. It's 14 seconds. Pipe wanting to get control. Oh, Danny gets a back shot on it. Pipe now waits patiently. He wants to get control to send this ball down as far as he can. So they get a closer advantage in this third chukker. Now he sends it to Jimmy Wright, who gets hooked by Lucas Criado. That'll end the chukker. Polo West TV today is sponsored by Farmers and Merchant Bank. And the ball is in. Who's coming out with it? Pipe Versalino. Pipe going short to the goal there to the end, the scoreboard side. Oh, backed out of there by Criado, Lucas Criado. Picked up now by Herndon. Herndon now dancing around the players, trying to stay in control. Everybody's blocking his way. Danny Walker gets a nice back shot. Quick to turn, Pipe Versalino. Versalino now checks up his horse, spins around to the left. Wow, that was a really good play on that horse. Just, boom. It's like a ballerina turn. And we have a whistle on the play as Pipe was reaching out there. Somebody, there's words on the field here, but the umpires are having none of it. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. So as the ball was teed up, Lucas Criado tried to tee the ball up. Pipe Versalino hit it back. It looked to me like they were kind of being a little upset because Pipe felt that Lucas was moving the ball forward. And anyway, that is a yellow on Pipe Versalino. So it will be brought to the middle of the field here as a penalty 5 for Lucas Criado. Team is having a little powwow, not powway. That's out in San Diego. But they are having a little powwow here. Umpires yell play. Matt circles around. All of the Antelope players are trying to mark up there, and Matt launches a nice high ball up to the left. Who's going to be there? Looks like Versalino and Criado, both there. Versalino, just a quick little turn. Both of the Criados are in there. Jimmy Wright is in there. Backed out of there, picked up by Wright. Wright taking it across the field there, trying to clear it out of goal. Walker feeling he was fouled, but he had a man with him there. Jimmy Wright still having possession of the ball. Criado Jr. is trying to hook him. Jimmy gets past that, and it's Senior. Senior hits that back shot, bounces off. Versalino there. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Versalino moving forward right in front of Grant. Grant there, but nice little bump there by Matt Walker. You can do that as long as it's shoulder to shoulder. Matt's getting, but Jimmy Wright picks it up and turns in front of the pack there. Players coming on. Jimmy now still gets hooked by Danny Walker. And Criado Sr. comes up with it, but Jimmy reaches out there with a back shot. Now Criado Jr. hits the back shot. Wright with his own back shot back, trying to hit it towards goal, bounces off horses, goes straight up in the air, actually. Drops down, and it's Danny Walker who hits it up. Herndon is the first one there. Herndon with a beautiful cut shot there to Versalino. Oh, and Criado. Lucas Criado now. Beautiful back shot by Grant Palmer. Setting up Versalino. Versalino hitting an angle ball there. First, there's Matt and Versalino. Matt does a clearing back shot out of there. Danny Walker turns for it, and Herndon does. Lucas says, take the man, Danny, because I'm right here. And what a great play that was. Lucas picking up the ball now. We got players running down. Fmb is headed the long distance towards the barns there and the tie rails. Antelope is going short, so they really want to keep it here. Now a little dancing play with the Criado, and now Herndon's horse bounces it off, but Criado picks it up again. Now he sends it down the field. Matt and Versalino. Matt Walker and, little Criado comes in there and takes Versalino off to send Matt right to goal. That was a great play. Tying it up, 4-4. Fmb is the only one to have scored from the field in this game. That goes to Matt Walker. Making the score 4-4. Matt Walker with his first goal on the field. Okay, the ball is in. Antelope comes up with it. Antelope is now headed to the tie rails in the barns. Fmb to the scoreboard side, and Versalino has it. Versalino backed out of there by Criado. First to turn, Danny turns, and does Jimmy Wright. Jimmy Wright hits a back shot, trying to make it to one of his players. And stealing it is Criado Sr. Jimmy Wright gets a hook in there and tries to reach in there. Bounces up. Now he has possession of it. Criado Sr. comes back. And he can... stolen there by Herndon and backed out of there by Danny. Now it's Versalino. Versalino turning the ball. Versalino having to go the long way to the tie rails. Whoops. All right. It was a loud exclamation there. The umpires seem to agree. Leaving the ball there. Oh, and umpires are giving Criado a chance to change his horse, I believe. So we take a moment here for a quick horse change. There are 3 minutes and 26 seconds left in this third chukker. It's a very exciting game, 4-4. Although there is a lot of penalties, as I had said before. Antelope scoring all 4 of their goals on penalties. And Fmb half and half, 2 on penalties and 2 on the field. Danny getting credit for both of the penalty shots, Danny Walker in position 1, and Lucas Criado with 1 goal from the field, and Matt Walker with another one from the field. We haven't had many knock-ins. On my score sheet, I show 1 knock-in from Fmb, but I have been wrapped up in the game. I might have missed 1 or 2. As players are all getting organized now, Lucas is back on a fresh horse. Antelope is going long. Pipe Versalino cutting the gap there with that launching ball, trying to get it to Grant Palmer, but it is Matt Walker who is there. Matt Walker, little piece of it. Now, picking it up is Luquitos Criado. His horse takes a little bad stop, but that doesn't stop him at all. Bad step. Now, Versalino comes up with it. Versalino, and he gets it stolen away by Criado Daddy. Criado Sr., Lucas running with Jimmy Wright. Criado setting the gas. Look at that horse run. He just drops that horse's neck. That's a 7-goal polo player. Chances are he's not going to miss. No, he did not. Lucas Criado, his 2nd goal from the field.
What's going on with you? Move?
In this 3rd checker. Lucas Criado. Breaking that tie. Fmb, for the first time in this game, is ahead. In the white shirts is Antelope Jr. Fmb is in the black shirts. Now Fmb is headed to the pony lines. Tie rails. Grant Palmer picks up Matt Walker's back shot. Grant Palmer now reaching way out there, trying to keep a hold of it. Now he gets it again. And backed out of there by Luquitos Criado. Bounced over the red boards, giving possession to Antelope Jr. Pipe Versalino wasting no time to send that worm burner down. Fortunately, it stops right in front of Criado. Criado quickly to turn, and he's got Herndon in front of him and Danny Walker. So he's just going to keep the ball himself because nobody's marking him. Danny Walker's running up into the game, wanting Lucas to release, which he does. It bounces on and right out over the back line, giving Antelope a knock-in possession. Wasting no time once again is Versalino. Let's see what's going on here. Backed out of there by Matt Walker. Picked up by Jimmy. Jimmy turning it around. Going forward is Criado. Jimmy fighting with Criado, leaves it for Herndon. Herndon now picking it up, running the turn. Herndon now sending it forward. It's getting quite the shot he wants. Leaves it, and it's Criado. He thought he was leaving it for one of his players, but it was Criado who came in there. Jimmy right now trying to make Criado's life difficult there. Luquitos tries to get it, but Grant Palmer gets a hold of it and sends it up to Pipe Versalino. It's a great play. Boy, this Antelope team, actually both teams are defensively very, very strong. Pipe dancing around there, picks up with the ball. Criado gets it, both of them appealing. So that was a 30-second horn, and we did have a whistle on the play, so we're going to end this 3rd chukker with a penalty. When we come back in the 4th chukker, we'll start with a penalty, and I'll be able to explain to you which penalty we'll be having. The score is 5-4. It's defended by Antelope Jr. Antelope Jr. shirts are white. Grant Palmer, Jimmy Wright, Felipe Versalino, and Herndon. And it is going to be Matt Walker in black for Farmers Merchant and Bank. No, that is Luquitos Criado. Luquitos Criado, pretty sharp. He was in one of the penalty shootouts. So penalty 4, Luquitos Criado in the position number 3, Danny Walker in 1, Lucas Criado in 2, and Matt Walker in 4. And Luquitos' ball gets stopped by Jimmy Wright. That was a worm burner. Picked up now by Herndon. Now backed out of there by Luquitos Criado. And picked up again by his dad. Lucas Criado now shooting. They're going short. They're going short to those pony golds. Lucas and Versalino dueling it, but Versalino decides to let the ball go over the back line to give him a shot from back line there as a knock-in. Be the first knock-in in this penalty, in this fourth chukker. And Versalino finding Herndon, not marked, but that didn't take long. Little Criado got it. No, that wasn't Herndon anyway. It was Jimmy Wright, but Criado got it, picked it up. His dad picks it up. His dad's coming around the mountain when she comes. Boom, ba-dum. And Criado still having the ball. Jimmy Wright trying to get in there. Now Grant Palmer going to go after him. Criado working it in, making it look easy. Now it's left on Jimmy Wright. Tries to go for the hook, but little Lucas gets it. It's everybody send their Fmb shoots to goal, and it's cleared out of there. Grant Palmer clears it out now, hit back by Criado, and it's out, no goal, giving Antelope once again a knock-in. That's Antelope's second knock-in, and it's only been 6 minutes in this chukker. Versalino now coming across. Herndon over there to the right by himself. Versalino sees him, shoots it to him. Once again, little Criado comes in. Luquito comes in. Luquito steals the ball. He's right in front of goal, trying to put it in. He's right there in front, backed out of there by Versalino. Now picked up again by Lucas. Picked up now by Herndon Radcliffe. So Antelope has possession of it. Jimmy Wright, but it's still in Fmb territory to score. Now, with a clearing shot, Jimmy hits it to Grant Palmer. Grant Palmer checking up to go to the ball. Now he takes his time. He hears he's told to leave it by Jimmy, so he goes forward into the game. Criado stays back there with him. Danny Walker's there, and Jimmy hands it right over to Matt Walker for Fmb. But now Jimmy picks it up. That back shot was supposed to be meant for Danny Walker, but Jimmy picks it up and takes it with him down the goal. Now he's marked, and Herndon is next to be there. Criado's on the line there. Everybody shoots, and it is just wide right for Antelope, giving Fmb their first knock-in of this game. No, sorry, not the first knock-in of this game, the first knock-in of this chukker. So according to my stats, which may not be right, it's a second knock-in. All right, so Matt Walker now hitting that ball down the field to Danny. Danny getting hooked by Jimmy Wright, but Danny gets through that. Now he takes Pipe, and he's told to leave it by Criado. Bouncing ball, but Criado still has it, working it down on the boards, trying to get it into his scoring goal there. It's down on those far right boards, right in front there, in front. Oh, and we have a whistle on the play. In favor of Antelope, it will be a spot hit for Antelope. Pipe Versalino will be hitting this. Pipe now taking his time. Danny tries to get a hook in there. Pipe comes up with the ball. Now he's marked by Criado. He sends it up to Luquitos Criado. Criado turns the ball. Jimmy Wright gets in there, and Lucas, the father, has it now. Lucas Criado with the ball, being marked by Grant Palmer, now picked up by Jimmy Wright. Reaching back, and mallets go up, and that wasn't Jimmy Wright, that was Herndon. Both of them felt that they were fouled. Both of them felt that they were being fouled. And the whistle is on the play, and it looks like the umpires agreed with Herndon for Antelope, and is giving a spot hit to Antelope, which Pipe Versalino will take. Versalino now. Danny Walker trying to steal the ball from him. Versalino taking it now. Criado tries to swing at the ball, doesn't get the shot he wants. Now Versalino and Criado. Criado hitting the back shot. Danny is quick to turn on it, but is Herndon Radcliffe. Oh, and Luquitos comes in, tries to steal it, and Herndon has it. Now Jimmy Wright. Jimmy Wright with a quick turn to pick up possession of it. Jimmy Wright with Danny on his side. And behind him is Herndon. Jimmy still taking the ball. Jimmy getting past 3 defenders there now. Backed out of there by Luquitos. Picked up now by an Antelope player, now an Fmb player has it, and that is Lucas Criado. Lucas Criado, Matt Walker running interference for him. Now Lucas sends it down to Danny Walker, being defended there by Pipe Versalino, but Danny gets in there and Pipe gets the shot off. Now Luquitos comes and Jimmy comes across. And with an exclamation, Jimmy grunts. They're giving a spot hit to Fmb. Matt and Luquitos are both teeing it up. Now Matt tees it up a little bit better. But they're going to let Lucas Sr. hit that ball as Matt and Luquitos go out. We have 2 minutes and 54 seconds. And the ball is hit down the field. Trying to get Jimmy Wright is quick to turn on it. Luquitos tried to get a piece of it. Now Jimmy's turning around, sends it forward. Now he's got to get past Lucas. And he looks like he is getting past. Look at them pushing and pushing. But Luquitos and Versalino both go running down that field. Versalino gets a little bit of it. Jimmy Wright is next there. Whoa, quick turns. They both pass it. Grant swings at it. Matt swings at it. But it's Versalino who comes up with it again. Versalino on a bouncing ball headed to his goal. Now being marked by Matt Walker. They're going to let it go out. No, Jimmy Wright's going to swing in there and try to get it. Luquitos clashes mallets with him. Now, that was Danny Walker who clashed mallets with him, but it is Lucas Sr. who comes up with the ball. Lucas, leaves it there, but Danny Walker is there to just hand it right back up to him. Being defended by 3 Antelope players, Lucas Criado comes up with the ball. Versalino sends a back shot. Herndon is there and Luquitos is there. Quick to turn is Matt and Jimmy Wright. Matt looks, says he sees he's got time. Jimmy Wright turns for the back shot and comes up with it. 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this fourth chukker. Score is still 5-4 for Antelope. That was a back shot by Matt Walker. Versalino is the only one who drops in on it and picks it up. But Matt is there once again with another back shot. Now turning. Ooh, and Herndon comes through, but then Danny and Criado. You still have the ball, Criado. Don't worry about it. Keep playing. Now Jimmy's got a little back shot. Coming through is Herndon with it. Herndon taking his time, 1 minute and 14 seconds now. And it is Grant comes up with it. Grant going to the ball. Grant hitting the ball forward. Again, now Grant's all by himself hitting the ball. He's got nothing but grass in front of him. Turns on that ball, still working it like he's just sticking balling. Now Luquitos comes to him but gets the back shot. And Matt gets the back shot, feels he was fouled by Herndon. Herndon still works it down. Matt gets that back shot off. Criado hits a nice little cut shot. We have 44 seconds left in this chukker. Hooked there, Versalino and Danny Walker. Left for Jimmy Wright. Jimmy Wright turning the ball. 35 seconds left. Shoots to goal. And it's wide right. And we're going to end this fourth chukker with a knock-in for Farmers and Merchant Bank. Starting that fifth chukker, Fmb with a knock-in. And just a quick note for those of you keeping tally of the score here. In the third chukker, Antelope did not score a goal, but Farmers Merchant did, making the score 4-5. And then in this last chukker, no one scored. So we have a low-scoring game, and as I said in the first chukker, this is a very defensive game. Both teams extremely defensive. You've got Matt Walker in the number 4 position, never misses a back shot, and Herndon Radcliffe also back there. So the umpires are just waiting for all the players to come on, and here we go. Matt Walker being challenged by Grant Palmer. He gets a shot, but not exactly what he wants, but does get to his father, unfortunately, also to Pipe Versalino. So Antelope is going short. Oh, Lucas Criado took advantage of that, just stole that right away. He's got a long distance to go to his goal to score, but it doesn't take long when you've got two horses like that galloping down the field. We have Herndon Radcliffe there with Criado. Herndon now, he's got the back shot. Oh, gets a good back shot, but Oh, it doesn't matter because Jimmy Wright is there. Jimmy says, that's my line. And Matt said, yep, I know it is. So Matt overrides, and there goes Jimmy. Off to the races. Run like the wind, Bullseye. And he leaves it there, but Criado hits it. He left it there for Grant, but it was Criado. Now Danny quick on those little thoroughbreds to turn. Danny Walker taking his time trying to get hooked. Almost got a little piece of it, Jimmy I think, and gives it to Versalino with the back shot. Matt Walker now with his own back shot, setting up Criado. Ooh, nice pump by Pipe Versalino. But they did feel that was a little bit of a dangerous ride-off, and Criado is off his horse. Ooh, he felt that. You can see Criado limping a little bit. But he's not letting his horse go, which we do appreciate. So there. Quickly grabs his horse. His Matt Walker, or no, it's his Luquito quickly grabs his horse. We will have the medic out there briefly. Dangerous ride-off, and that is awarded to Farmers and Merchant. A penalty 3. Danny Walker is good on that one. Penalty 3 for Danny Walker, making the score 6-4 in this 5th chukker. We're lined up right here now. Lined up. And FMB is headed to the scoreboard. Look at Pipe Versalino knocking it. And then Matt Walker knocked it out of the air also as Pipe was knocking it out. But Pipe comes up with it once again. And he's off and running. There is no one there to defend because you can see his players just clear the path for him. Both Grant and Jimmy Wright just took those defenders right out of there, and Pipe just makes it look easy, popping that goal right in. Closing the gap, 6-5 now. FMB and the black shirts are still on top. Antelope Jr. now coming up. It's 5 minutes and 17 seconds. The ball is bowled in. Coming out with it is Luquitos Criado. Luquitos Criado being marked now by Versalino. Luquitos reaching in there. He shoots in, but Versalino gets the hook. But Matt is there and called off by Lucas the father. Jimmy Wright is there to defend him, though. Matt didn't have anybody defending him. But Lucas now shoots to goal. It's running. Antelope's trying to get there to defend, and FMB wants to put it in. It's left there in goal, but it is Antelope who comes up with it. Believe Versalino. Nope, that is Jimmy Wright. Jimmy Wright now sending it to Versalino. And I was wrong. It wasn't Jimmy Wright. It was Herndon. Oh, did you see Versalino's horse do a nice little jump? I'd like to see that on the Hunter field. Okay, that is Criado who missed the back shot, and Versalino comes up with it again. Nope, and there's his horses jumping around like a parade horse there. Doesn't make it difficult for him to hit that ball, though. Both Criado and Versalino swing at the ball, left there for Danny Walker. Danny Walker now, he's got to get past Herndon. Herndon gives him a little bump and establishes himself on the line with a back shot. Criado now is there. Lucas Sr. with Jimmy Wright pushing. Jimmy Wright still pushing. Criado turns left. Jimmy Wright still pushes. Criado now shoots down to Danny Walker. Herndon is there, and Luquitos Criado comes up with it. Herndon hits the back shot to Jimmy Wright. Lucas Sr. turns with Jimmy. He sees Pipe going off to the right, so he's holding on to it to Danny Walker's going to try and steal it from him. Jimmy's still trying to get it to Pipe. Now Pipe is letting Jimmy run with it and be next. Jimmy's got to get past Lucas, who then leaves it for Matt Walker with a back shot. Quick to turn is Herndon Radcliffe. Herndon is first for Antelope. Remember, they are going to the scoreboard goals. Herndon now, Danny gives him a little turn there, bumps him and turns him around. Herndon still has the ball. Luquitos Criado almost falls off his horse trying to reach in there for the hook. He was successful, backed out of there by Matt Walker. Lucas Criado with a back shot and intercepted by Pipe Versalino. Boy, this is just going back. And Pipe Versalino shoots the goal and ties the score. That is the... so Pipe in this chukker has scored 2 goals from the field. Those are Antelope's first 2 goals from the field. The first 4 were from penalty shots. And we are tied 6-6 in this 5th chukker with 2 minutes and 34 seconds. Ball is in, and then Luquitos Criado gets a piece of it. Danny now. Everybody's got it. Jimmy gets it. Lucas Criado. That Luquitos now. Danny Walker has it. Now Luquitos up with it again. What a neck shot from that young man. What is he, like 15 or 16? Look at that. And he just runs the goal. Danny now runs the goal. And only Luquitos and Herndon is there. Luquitos shoots with a neck shot at an angle. Oh, unfortunately goes wide, just outside of the goalpost. But that is the right idea. What a beautiful play that was. So that gives a knock-in to Antelope. I believe that is their first knock-in of this fifth chukker. Pipe Versalino wasting no time knocking it in, trying to get it past Criado and he does, to Jimmy Wright. Jimmy Wright now clashing mallets, and Luquitos comes up with it. Luquitos gives a nice tail shot to his dad. Jimmy Wright's been all over Lucas today. And he's still, now Danny keeps Pipe Versalino out of there and leaves it for Lucas. Lucas now taking it on his near side, wanting to break that tie. Who comes up with it? Versalino once again, with Danny hot on his heels. Now Versalino looks around to see who's coming. Oh, Lucas comes and gives him a little bump there. But Versalino picks it up again. Versalino now. Danny rides into that because if the mallet's down, he can. Lucas looks back, see who's there. Herndon is there, quick to turn, but Luquitos picks the ball up. Luquitos and Herndon both there. Luquitos rides through, leaves it for his father, but he doesn't realize that Grant Palmer is there. And Grant is dueling. Look, it's a sword fight with the mallets going forward. Grant did a good job there keeping the ball away from Lucas. Is it now? Pipe Versalino picked it up. It was just enough for Grant to, even a fly can bother you all day long and make you mess up. That was great. Grant is playing so well. Okay, so here we are. Ooh. Somebody got lambasted there. And you can't hear it, but there are words on the field. The umpires are coming to talk it out. So Antelope is going towards the tie rails barns. Farmers and Merchants going along. They're awarding, I believe, a penalty 3 to Antelope. Yes, it is going to be a penalty 3 for Antelope. The clock stopped at 42 seconds. There are 42 seconds left in this fifth chukker, and the score is 6-6. Pipe Versalino, if he makes this penalty 3, will break the tie. You'd be safe to bet on this one that, yes, it will be a goal, but anything can happen on any given day. Pipe riding to it, and he shoots, and like I said, it's a goal. So that was a penalty 3. It's again Antelope scoring the majority of their goals as a penalty 3. That will end our chukker right there. They're going to go switch horses. Starting this sixth chukker with a bowl in here. So to recap, in that last chukker, the fifth chukker, Felipe Versalino made 2 goals from the field for Antelope and 1 on a penalty, and Danny Walker made 1 from a penalty 3. And it is Fmb comes out with it. He gets hooked there. Now Jimmy Wright with the back shot. Not enough, and Danny Walker does his dueling, but it's intercepted there by Pipe Versalino. Pipe Versalino not getting the shot off he wants, but he still has the ball with him. Now he shoots it to Grant. Grant waiting there. Matt Walker and Grant. Matt now taking it on the near side, stopping Matt Walker's back shot, but it's enough to get it to Lucas Criado. Lucas Criado sending his son Luquitos forward. Luquitos takes a nice bump from Jimmy Wright. Now Lucas, the father, says, "Don't worry, son, I'm here. Just go forward." Now, Lucas Criado. Lucas Criado's just going to take his time because his players are playing defense. Moving around with the ball there, keeping the ball in front of him, trying to get through 2 of the Antelope players. Lucas Criado tries to go for a neck shot, gets hooked by Versalino, but gets the shot off anyway, and it's Danny Walker who scores the goal from the field. That is Danny Walker's 4th goal. 3 of them being penalty shots, and this one is the first one he scored from the field. Making it tied again, 7-7. 6 minutes and 10 seconds as the clock ticks down in the sixth chukker. Ball is in. Who comes up with it? It's right there in front, and it is Pipe Versalino. Pipe Versalino headed towards the barn goal there. Matt Walker also feeling he was on the line. Pipe bumps him. Pipe still ends up with the ball, though. Now, Pipe's there, and Criado's there, and Grant Palmer. Grant Palmer gets in there, and we have a whistle on the play. Both Criado's down there. All right, so. All right, let's see. I'm not sure. I think they're awarding a spot hit to Fmb. Yes, they are. Farmers and Merchant are hitting a spot hit. Matt Walker. There he goes. Matt Walker's got a long way to go to his goal here on the scoreboard side, and he launches that ball. He knows it, and he launches it. But Herndon is the first one there for Antelope Jr. Herndon now. He hits a back shot, intercepted by Criado, but Herndon picks it up again. Herndon now. Herndon turning the ball. He's got plenty of room. Gets bumped by Luquitos Criado. Herndon gets through that. Lucas Criado. Danny Walker is there with Pipe Versalino. Danny Walker gets through Pipe's hook, and a second time he gets through. Now he takes it on the near side. What a shot. So it's Danny and Pipe. Danny now. Pipe checks up thinking that Danny's going to override, but Danny's smart enough in that. He's played enough polo to know. He does a nice little back shot trying to get one of the Criados, and he does. I believe it's Luquitos he has. Luquitos still fighting for it. Oh, mallets are hooking. Luquitos shoots a next shot, and Danny just puts it in just to make sure. And I believe they broke the tie. Pipe feeling he was fouled. He rides into the goalpost, but the umpires said, there's no foul there. Come back to the lineup, son. So that was Luquitos on the next shot, but I believe we got to give the credit to Danny Walker, who carried it in. All right, we have the whistle in place so we can set up that goalpost, but it looks like our flagmen are already on that job. The score is 8-7 now in favor of Farmers and Merchant Bank. So I think they're going to give Pipe a chance to switch horses real fast. Something must have happened down there when he took out the goalpost. 4 minutes and 25 seconds is left in the sixth chukker. Farmers Merchant Bank is ahead by 1. Farmers and Merchant has scored 2 goals so far in this sixth chukker. Danny Walker, 3 goals on penalties, 2 from the field, and Lucas Criado with 1. So Danny's the high scorer. Oh, and Matt Walker. So it looks like I've missed some goals because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, I missed the goal. But the scoreboard is right with 8-7. So everybody's back up on their horses. We're ready to go. The ball is bowled in, and it is going in the direction of Fmb, but not as far as Herndon is concerned. He backs that ball. Now Luquitos hits it, giving possession to the Antelope team. They'll be knocking it right now. They have 8 seconds from that time, and Pipe sends that rocket down, seeing Grant all alone by himself. Grant there. Grant Palmer with Matt Walker. Grant Palmer on the near side. Oh, bad luck. The pony bounced it out instead of putting it in. Usually we like to see those pony goals. Good try on Grant's try, though. All right, so Farmers and Merchant knocking it in. Matt Walker taking his time. Nobody's defending him. Even he figures, okay, come on, kid, you're going to give me time? Oh, no. Oh, so that you had to, all right? I mean, it was so tempting. Grant was there, but he didn't realize that he had crossed the line before he swung at that. So Matt, played this game so many times, patient, he knew he could suck him into that. So that shot down gets taken. to the midfield for a penalty 5. Criado Sr. is teeing it up, having a little powwow with his team, telling everybody where to go. They're waiting. Umpires yell play. Criado wants to make sure it's just exactly right. Here comes that. Uh-oh, they're going to think it's going to be a delay of game. Because the problem was with umpire yelled play and Criado kept teeing the ball up because he didn't hear it. He says, wait. But Matt was already circling for it. So now they give possession to Antelope. Oh, that's a costly play. Being a 7-goal polo player, he should know better. 8-7 is the score. And Pipe Versalino. Taking control. Being marked there by Danny. And Criado is there. Herndon is behind there, trying to clear a path for Criado. For Versalino. Versalino does a little dance now. He sends it forward. But it is going to be Criado, the first one back. Quick to turn on it is Grant and Matt Walker. Matt Walker takes Grant out, misses the ball. But that's okay because his dad is there to hit it back up to him. And Criado's trying to get in there, a little Criado. But Versalino comes up with it. Versalino now. Quick little horses he has. They stop and turn real fast there. Now Versalino still has it. Versalino sends the ball down to Grant Palmer, but it is Lucas Criado there. Lucas gets a hook and comes up with the ball, but Grant is quick to stop too, making Lucas look for it. Back shot, and it bounces off, and it is Versalino comes up with it. It's everybody's in front of the Antelope scoring goal, backed out of there by somebody. So Farmers and Merchant, and it is Danny Walker all by himself off and running. Danny Walker, he's hitting that ball now. He knows he's got Jimmy on his left, but he's going to keep hitting and swinging to goal now. He's there. Oh, and Criado comes in, and Luquitos comes in. Luquitos running to goal, and he shoots, and it's a goal by Lucas Criado. Little Lucas scoring that, making the score 9-7. I say little, he's not little. He's probably about 5'10", 5'11", and I think he's 15 years old. All right, so he scored that goal. Score is 9-7. And the ball is back in. Who comes up with it? It's going in the direction of Antelope. No, now it's going in the direction of Farmer. It was going in the direction of Antelope, but Matt Walker changed it into his direction. Now Herndon gets a little back shot. Jimmy Wright comes up, and now he sends off Grant. Grant with Matt Walker there picks it up. Versalino comes up with it. Versalino reaches back. Jimmy overrides it, but Versalino circles back and comes in. Versalino and Criado is there with Danny Walker. Now Versalino seeing that he's got 2 Fmb players. That means he's got 3 of his players up in front. Gets it right to Jimmy Wright with the next shot, and he just misses wide left of goal. Will be a knock-in for Fmb. The time is 1 minute left, and Fmb is ahead by 2. Anything can happen. All right, here we go. Fmb, Matt Walker's knocking the ball in. Time is ticking down. It's 44 seconds now. Ooh, Versalino's quick to turn on it. Versalino, is he going to be able to score this goal? He's got nobody there, and he does. Makes it look easy. He just closed the gap. And remember, the time keeps ticking in this 6-chucker. So Versalino just scores. That is our first horn, but we're still going. Because this is a 6-chucker and the time goes. It's 22 seconds as they line up here. Now they blow the whistle at 20 seconds. Fmb says, what are you blowing the whistle for? Why? But the umpires say that they're waiting for the umpires. Okay, and there's lots of talk, and now the ball is bowled in. Clock starts, 19 seconds. Fmb comes up with it. Jimmy Wright comes up with it. There is plenty of time for Antelope to score and tie this game. Now it's 12 seconds. Matt Walker has it. Backed out of there. Matt Walker's off and running. Danny Walker comes in on the near side. Fmb does not want to foul right now. Danny Walker hits a big, beautiful shot with 2 seconds left. And that'll end it. Farmers and Merchant Bank victorious 9-8. What an exciting game that was. Thank you for joining us today.